I might be wrong. Oh shit. That was an illegal song, everyone. You just received... Oh, Call Me Carson just went live? Fuck, I thought that dude was dead. But I don't even remember what I was talking about. But I did fix my headphone problem. I'm actually controlling the computer's volume with my headphone. God, I'm so cool. They call me Slim Shady. Oh. Solid. The tiptoe is out of my league. What tiptoe? It's a fucking good foot. You've paid well attention to the creases on the foot. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're getting this up on stream. Go have a look at that. Okay. Let me turn my camera. Yeah, I'm a professional folk. I'm a professional folk? I am the singular. No folks are question. So I'm a professional, folks. Or folk. I presume it's just Miss Spud here. I don't know if she's here yet. Are you here yet, Miss Spud? If you're here yet, give me a sign. Speak through me now. The seance ritual must have its power. I have a sneaking suspicion you're not here yet, Miss Spud. Presumably because you're busy texting me on Discord. But before that, let's actually have a look at what you're texting me on Discord about. Because you've drawn me another foot for my private collection. It's great. It's a brilliant looking foot. It's got well shading. You've done extra shading on the base of the foot with a few toe pieces. See, the page? Excellent. You look at that, you look at someone's sketchbook, you're like, fucking excellent. That is a fully constructed eye, hand, and foot. And they all look like eyes, hands, and feet. At worst, you would look at the hand and go, that's a weird person's hand, but at no point at looking at that hand would you go, that hand is not a person's hand. You would just say, oh, genetic abnormality. Manage your mobile disboard? Dishboard? Can't speak English. But yeah, excellent. You have legitimately surpassed me in skill. It would take me great effort to produce something like this. Oh my god, did I not? Yeah, really great job, Miss Spud. You've done excellent on the shading. The foot is excellent. Great lines. This foot is a little bit longer, is the only critique. But here is what I said I would do for you. So we're gonna copy image. You're welcome, stream. Witness that. We'll bump it up. The pixelization is not important, although it's actually quite good. Copy image. Oh, we'll bump the opacity down on that bad boy. Bump it up a little bit more than that. And then we'll layer it over the top to see how well you did, exactly. We'll sort of try and match it as best we can. Okay. We'll zoom in so you don't have to see Red Tomato's hands underneath. Oh, but he's still there. It's like, there's your drawing. And there's the reference. There you go. See what I mean? So the ends of the fingers from... Okay, whoops. So what I was saying before, Miss Spud, is the fingers from here to here. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna lose that airbrush, but that's okay. That's fine. The fingers from here to here, I meant could be a little bit longer and more horizontal. See how this finger sort of curves down a bit more with that finger sort of goes over there. And that can be said for most of your fingers, sort of like curving down a bit more, whereas the actual finger goes more horizontal. And same with up here. You could have dragged this down a bit, evidently. I mean, you can see that now. But the extension of the palm worked out pretty well. You extended the palm, it fixed that up. It's more like your reference now. You actually missed out. So with this finger going, you wanted it to go over this way. You missed out on some of the thumb flesh. If you remember in the construction of the hand that we had bone, and then we had the thumb over here. But there was an actual piece of flesh up, and there's the fingers. But there was an actual piece of flesh there, or let me, like here, for that thumb. And when the hand flips around to what you've got over here, that thumb would be present, that thumb flesh would be present there, as is on that hand. I didn't pick that up earlier, but essentially that. But damn, the big old kick is fuck, Miss Spud. You're getting good. You get good, nerd. I still don't know if you're here or not. Let me look. Have you written something? So that's today's drawing time. No, that message is from me. And I'll tell you to go look at the beginning of the stream again if you come later. Or honestly, we can just default and go back and look at it. Also, look at this. My headphones aren't wireless. My headphones are wireless. I can move anywhere I want in the room and leave my headphones on and not have to worry. I could watch a YouTube video from over the other side of my room. Or I could remember that I have to go do my washing and I'll be back in 10 minutes. Because I do actually have some work to do. I'll be back in a sec stream. I lied, I'm not starting right now. I'll put the starting soon screen on. I've got to do some washing. Sorry. Although what I will see is how far my headphone stretches.
It occurs to me that as a visiting student, you haven't received any instruction in the history of this school. Rather than chew your ear with a boring lecture, I recommend seeking out part of the four-book series, The Pickwick Papers.
Never. Your mum won't escape this, bud. She's a lovely lady and she has needs. Also, I'm just being a little bit quiet because my door is open. I did a little bit of a talk about your hand at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if you can go back and watch that yet, but I would suggest you would, because I've got to go do the washing now, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I forgot I needed to do the washing, sorry. Can't watch it back until you've ended it. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm almost done.
Welcome to the School of Earth Magic, young wizard. From the look of the soil on your boots, you're from Wizard City, right? I am Professor Drawls. Chester Drawls. What? Why are you smirking? At any rate, I teach Earth Magic here at Magic
I'm back.
growth of the
Back
underground.
and ready to
My school is that
smack a sack. That was me smacking a sack. That was the sound effect. I'll make sure I watch it when you end it, or alternatively, I can save you the trouble since I'm here now and just go over it again so that you don't have to get all finicky with the controls. I'm gonna go put this on charge real quick. Wait. It is truly a godsend to not have to worry about cables with the invention of Bluetooth. You don't have to put in trouble for me. Miss Spider. You're in trouble. No. It's not gonna take too long. It's fairly simple. Since I put it layered on top of each other, the diagrams are right next to each other and you've just gotta look more than anything. The main thing I said after thinking about it for a second, well, you two things. One of them very small. I like the exaggeration you've done in a few spots. Like, this bone. I like the fact that you've done that to it. And you've done it in a very fancily curvaceous way, which looks sexy. It looks good. But the other thing that I talked about was I talked about the structure of a hand. And you remember we've got the palm, fingers. You've got that little flesh sac there, and then the thumb. And that's a hand. Sort of curves in a little bit, doesn't it? It sort of goes like, this is for my own thought, but it sort of goes like, and then that's a hand. But, so, anywho, the reason I'm drawing this diagram is this little flesh sac here. In your hand, it sort of like curves up this way, and then there's the thumb. But in the reference, you see it sort of has this flesh sack, and then there's the thumb. Which you sort of half included it here, but it would be more included if you did that. I don't know. It's just something to be aware of. But again, I'm going to drill it into you again and again and again. Lines of analysis. Think about these things. Pick out what you're trying to draw, the end and the start points of it. So you go, I know, like you'd say, see this line here? I know this comes after the knuckle. So I know that that should look like something like that. And this one's pretty random, so you go somewhere over here, maybe. You'd say this point here and here, which you actually did pretty good with that one, I think. No, actually, sorry. This point here ends over here. And so you could bump that forward a bit. Lines of analysis. That's what you gotta get your head around. Because what we're getting into now is you've got the structure, you've got the forms, and you've got a perfectly representable hand. Anyone would look at this and say, this is absolutely a hand. Now, if you're drawing, is that my screen or your screen? That's my screen. If you're drawing pictures of actual people, the thing that you want to aim for is exactness. But the thing you want to aim for is exactness, so it looks most like the actual person. So that is where lines of analysis come in. Like, yes, I'll say it again. This Miss Spud is a great hand. It looks like a hand. Anyone would look at that and understand the form, the shape, and what it is. And it would be, further than that, it would be very believable to be actually someone's hand. Like maybe a pianist or something, someone with long fingers. Maybe you could have had another line in there or something. I don't know. It looks sort of weird. No, I think your one is better. Never mind. This finger sort of goes somewhere, but whoops, that's not what I want. This finger sort of goes somewhere and it doesn't really continue. And that's just a little weird for me. But I sort of see how it works. So, it's just a little weird for my eyes. That's not a bad thing. That's just my own perception. Yeah, if it comes down to exactness for creating replicas of people, and this is most important for the face, like, you could draw me with long fingers and you would still understand it was me. If you draw me perfectly except for my face, people won't understand. The face is our main tool of identification. So specifics on the face is an absolute key, and I mean that in sort of facial structure and stuff like that. But we'll get to the face later. I don't actually have as much advice for the face except for lines of analysis, and do it again and again and again. And I imagine that when I do faces of people that I want to be exact, like I want them to be noticeable, I either trace them or I do them again and again and again, like I have to edit entirely. Like when I did the face of Putin for this one drawing that I'll show you in a second. Oh. I didn't want to close that. There's a command for opening old tabs. How to open an accidentally closed tab. Control-Shift-T. Control-Shift-T. No, Control-Shift-T? Oh, whew. No, it was too deep down in my history. That's the issue. What do we want? What was I Googling? My Instagram. Because I'll show you. Oh, good job. Great piece of art. When was that for? This feels like an old piece of a... Last image... Oh. No one look at the screen. Sorry, just doing a crime. Make sure... Why does it want to open everything in a new tab? Yeah, there's my newest post. You would have seen that earlier. It looks good from a distance, I think, but as soon as you open it, it looks like a DeviantArt piece of bullshit. Putin. There's Putin. Putin, I had to redo his face so many times to get it looking like Putin and make like little tiny changes all over the place. Putin was very difficult. And you may notice I absolutely cheated on his hands because I got very lazy and I hid them. And I also cheated on the edges, which I don't know if that shows up on camera. 28 people liked Putin. Does it tell me how many people like each post? No. Yeah, I think he's cute as well. I like him. Yeah, Miss Spot, I'm a very lazy artist. That's why I'm very impressed by the hands and feet you're doing. Not because I'm a lazy artist, that is part of it, but because of the thought and progress you're putting into it. So, excuse me if I just blast you real quick. That is an excellent eye, hand, and foot. You would look at all of those and you would go, I understand exactly what it is, exactly the form, and I believe what it is. Further than that, this is not a cartoon. I believe that this is everything that it pretends to be. Now, your foot, slightly shorter than this. This is a very long foot, and I don't know if it's just a photo or if it's anything like that. And you've sort of done some editorials on the little... You've done little bits of shading on the feet to try and emulate these creases on the foot, and there's more creases on this foot than there are on this foot. You've sort of... For the effect of a useful use of time on this one, I'm not knocking it by any extent. You've figured out what feet generally look like, and you've applied that here. And so I look and I go, absolutely a foot. Yeah, this person's feet look weirdly long. I absolutely agree. The only thing maybe is that there's a slight highlight on this side of the foot that you could maybe put in there. Can you see it when I... No, you can't see that. You can see the little control. That's good enough. Yeah. Fair enough. At least you made that decision consciously. Thank you. At least you made that decision consciously. That's great. But yeah, great job. No need to... Well... Good. Follow your heart, Miss Bud, and it shall guide you to greatness. Why won't it let me delete these things? Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's because Control is clicked down. Okay. And there's the tomato. The tomato is growing on me, honestly. Sorry, I'm just looking at my own tomato being like, haha, damn, you a tomato. The 2 pages. Let's get to it. Ain't nothing to it. Let us do it. So now, here's a little sneaky that I'm gonna do here. Fuck me. Actually, it's not much of an issue. Now, we have a little technique right here of some repeated shots, which is handy. Oh my god. Which is handy for us. Is this gonna work? Control V. Hey, there we go. Okay. Which means we get rid of the plan. We've got to redraw the mouse. We've got to get rid of the mouse there. We got to draw a destroyed mouse there. But we got some repeated shots for the symbolism. Ugh, juicy. I'm like careful of a chord that's no longer here. I could be as expressive as I want to be. Look at this foreshortening. Love me some foreshortening. Bam, 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 bam. We want a pixel size of 4. Oh my god, got it in 1. We got ourselves an empty mouse hole. I suck at that foreshortening. You know what? Screw it, Miss Bud. You've already done some art tonight. You'll do it again, goddammit. Because guess what? I don't give a goddamn whether you fix up your feet or hands. They're great. What I give a goddamn about, you're gonna do some foreshortening. I want you to take another picture from... I want you to take a picture from your shoulder to your hand, and you're gonna do a whole picture of foreshortening. I don't mind how long it takes you, I don't mind how long you spend on it. If you just want to do the line work to practice foreshortening, you can do it in 2 minutes, or you can do it in half an hour if you want to spend more work on it. But you gotta do one whole image of foreshortening for me tonight. Hey Benjamin Cooperman, are you someone I should know? I've got a horrible memory, Benjamin. Straight to the moon? Maybe. Would I go straight to the moon? I'd probably take a pit stop along the way. I hear it's a long journey. Oh! Hi, Ben. I remember. No, I remember. You just needed to say Ben. I know Ben. Sorry for the loud yell, Ben. I didn't mean to be so obtuse. You'd go to the moon with lots of cheese? I'd go to the moon with lots of cheese. Why would you go to the moon with lots of cheese? The moon's already covered in cheese, Ben. Oh, you would go to the moon, comma, lots of cheese. Hi, Ben. I can read very well. Well, then are you gonna bring crackers at that point? Okay, but it has to be of my arm. You get to decide arm or leg, Miss Spud, but it's gotta be an arm or a leg because you've done feet, you've done hands. Now draw from here to here, or from... You know what? No, screw you. Or from hip to leg. So camera angle from here, or camera angle from here. So we haven't even talked about how to draw thighs yet, but you'll figure it out. I think you're good enough, and so you will be. Do another baby arm. So you've been sending Ben your art? Have you seen it then, Ben? And tonight we're gonna draw a dead rat, everyone. We're gonna figure out what that looks like. This is gonna be more of an expressive piece, I feel, because lo and behold, I'm not super practiced in drawing dead rats. Oh god. Ben, who do you know? Don't like it. Wrapping lines are bad.
How are you doing tonight, by the way, Ben? Rats. What do rat legs look like? Sort of like... that. That's like a rat leg. I've seen Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. You say tonight, but I've just woken up. Sorry, I forget. Well, it is 3 a.m. for me. It's 4 a.m. for me as well. To be doubly fair. Two can play this game, Benjamin. It's 6 p.m? Oh, well, no, I relate to that as well, Ben. Gotta say your names now, to be clear who I'm talking to. It's 18:43. Miss Spud, do you always tell your time in 24-hour time? Yeah, the reason I'm awake at 4 a.m., Ben, is because, okay, that's not how a rat looks. Turns out I do not know how rat arms look, which is weird because I had a girlfriend who owned rats. Oh my god, one sec. It's her birthday today. I'm gonna take 1 second to send a birthday message to her, and I'll be right back to drawing a dead rat. Do you think I should tell her that I'm drawing a dead rat? Happy birthday. Drawing the future. Well, legs... That is very cruel of me. Legs, rats have front and back legs that have evolved differently. They can, depending on the type of rat, they can have like little hopper back legs. Because they've got very dexterous little fingers. I don't know if they have thumbs or not. But I know they can grab onto stuff and... Let me just Google, do rats have thumbs? Rats have thumbs. Rats have no opposable thumbs. Rats cannot punch, slap, or grab others in a secure grip. How many fingers does a rat have? What if I just look up rat feet? Rat feet. See, look. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up to the screen. Actually, I'll Google it. I'll Google it so you all can see. We get up. Because I'll show you what I mean. Rats can squeeze themselves down to abuse the diameter of a pencil. Why would they abuse the diameter of a pencil? What does that mean? To about the diameter of a pencil. To about the diameter of a pencil? No, that sounds crazy. But yeah, this is what I mean. See? Long back feet, shorter front feet. Like, they stand here on their front feet plantigrade, which means they stand on their palm. And their back feet like digigrade, I think it is, which means they like stand on their, maybe they're plantigrade the whole way through. I actually don't know. I need to send a birthday message. I'll be back in 1 sec. Yeah, look at those rat toes. Good news is she's definitely asleep, so she'll like my message in the morning and there's no chance of an awkward conversation right now. It wouldn't be super awkward, but it's been a while. But I think it's nice to send a birthday message. Let me fucking check my calendar first. 2nd of September, Ash, good. Where is she? Don't tell me she blocked me. I didn't think we were bad off. No, there she is. Happy birthday, Ash. Be well. Peace. Do drugs, be cool. I hope nothing bad in her life has happened with drugs. And I hope do drugs, be cool is just a funny thing to say rather than a horribly tragic thing to say. Let's get back to drawing. I took my phone off charge, but it should be fine. So, yeah, I imagine a lot of tonight is gonna be figuring out rat bodies. Because they've got like a big foot. Goes like that. That. It's quite a dramatic posing, honestly. Like, I don't think, oh my god. Hey Ben, why did you say his grandma had a nice ass? Although that is pretty horrible. But yeah. I sure as hell hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't think rats really die like that. But we're taking some creative liberties on this one, folks. Did it turn out his grandma was dead or that she had died recently? Because I think those are two different situations. Okay, a rat with a sliced neck. Honestly, not a bad rat in the end. Recently, oh, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Well, Ben, what plans do you have today if you're just waking up, by the way? Okay, now I've got to draw, okay. Actually, we'll draw the dead rat first. That's one dead ass rat. Should have drawn the gay rat? What's the gay rat, Miss Bud? Eat, do something, sleep again. I do have to do things tomorrow, so I'll probably sleep early. That's good, I think. Health is wealth. just move this down into position. We'll tilt it a little bit because we need to. I want that iron frame. Stop resizing it. There we go. Okay. Select. We'll redo that tail. Because if the tail is positioned there, it's going to be on the ground. And there's our dead rat there. Yes, it is, but this is a rat. I had a dead mouse in my garden that was doing the gay hand thing. It is, but you can't just cross species when you want to. We're not gods. Or are we, Ben? I mean, you look like a goddess, but don't get a big head, bro. Ben, you simp. I think it's a good thing. I think it's incredibly nice. But you simp. Which dead rat? The dead rat in the garden or the dead rat on the page? Well, Ben, do I ever think You ever seen a tomato look so fine, Ben? Well, now you have. There's two? Well, there's the one on my page and there's the one in the garden. Unless you're suggesting it's the same rat. You know, no one ever. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna cheat for these panels here. So we'll get to page 10 rather soon. We're at page 8 though. And by the way, the reason why we're skipping page 9 is because it's a black brick. But you're absolutely right, Ben. I've never seen that rat and the gay garden rat in the same room. So, who's to say? What do we gotta draw? We've gotta draw a bruised face, which means we need a face firstly. Draw the line up there. Cool. Get rid of this stuff. There's that. I'll read chat in just a sec, everyone. What does it say in chat? I've also never been in the same room with Optimus Prime. Oh, Ben. In the same statement, Ben. I was going to say sentence, but they're different sentences. In the same statement, Ben, you say, I quote, "You can't just cross species when you want. We're not gods." And then you claim to be Optimus Prime? Because let me tell you, Optimus Prime, the only thing prime about him is his ass. God damn. I'm sorry, Optimus Prime, for objectifying you. You haven't started drawing soon? Oh, that's fair, Ben. I guess you haven't met him, that's true. You're boobing the child. Well, fair enough. A child deserves a good boobing every now and then. Poor gnome. There's one sound in this song that confuses me, and I think there's a cat screaming for me, and I might just skip the song, honestly. Can I do it? I feel so powerful with these headphones. If you haven't heard the news, I busted my old headphones, so I got some Bluetooth ones instead. There's no fucking cables. I can move my arms anywhere right now. I could walk into the other room and still listen to music.
You're near me, but for tonight, forget it.
The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
I just don't know what I'm supposed to be.
What else can we do? We've got a little cut on the forehead. Purple bruise. Black eye. There we go, like Harry Potter. I remember that famous scene in Harry Potter when he came in with a black eye, a purple bruise, and a big scar on his forehead, and he went to Dumbledore and he said, "I've walked into a doorknob, Dumbledore." And Dumbledore said, "Damn right you did, Harry, and if you say anything else, I will find you." That was probably a bit dark of a joke. Sorry. Okay, but this is a dark comic, everyone. So be prepared. Little Miss Spud just hosted the stream for 1 viewers. Thanks, Little Miss Spud. I knew I could always count on you to have my back. We're gonna merge these frames. Merge layers. Ben. Ben, I'm glad you're as all in as I am on that joke. think we need a bigger eraser for this because we're going to be doing a lot of erasing. Oh, did I get a message? No, I got a tweet. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, now we need this shot. Nice. We need this segment. No, we need this segment. Control C. Deselect. Page 8. Erase that. Now we want to do it again, but this time we'll move it to here. We'll shrink it down a little bit, not too much though. He says as he shrinks it down quite a fair bit. We'll erase the edges again. We'll do that, and we'll do this once more with one selection. We've got to figure out what other selection we want. So we've got that. And we'll grab this selection. Yeah, Control C. Close. Control D to deselect. Did I save it? Control V. Yep, we saved it. Good. Page 8, almost done, everyone. We got almost another page down. And then we'll shift that there. Control T. And there we go. There's another page of work done. One out of the 2 pages we'll do tonight, hopefully. And we're an hour in. Ugh, and we got more difficult angles to do. Now I need to go to the toilet. I'll be back in 1 second. Feel free to disperse. Oh, I've got messages. Does that make the lineup better now? Oh, I like the hand. The hand is good and so is the foot. Did you change the foot? Where's the new line? Is the new line the pushed out palm? Because that's great. Yeah, the hand looks instantly more realistic. That's brilliant, Miss Bud. Excellent work. And as I say, you're really improving in quality very quickly. So, don't be dissuaded if you slow down at some point soon. That just means, for you I think, it just means you've made it. You've made it to a really good quality, and it's difficult to improve from that point onwards. But I'm still going to the loo. I will be back in a sec. To the next page. Hope you're enjoying. Back in a sec.
Did someone say am I shitting?
Funny thing is that on my phone, the chat doesn't actually pop up. Oh, what did you say? Is B doing the poopin'? Oh, poopin'. I thought you said the poo-poo when I first read it, and I was like, haha, what a funny, quaint way of putting it. The poopin'. Yes. That was me. Famous 42nd President of the United States, I think. Joe Poopin. Joe's name is just too memeable. Like, famous 42nd President of the United States, Joe Halloden. Get it like Biden, but instead of bye, it's hello. Huh. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that a real crazy image, crazy thought in your head? Do you think you ever would have thought of that before today? But yeah, ha ha ha. I'm back. I'm gonna play my game for a second. Just, you know, detox the mind. Not think for a second. Okay. It's always good to let yourself slow down for a second, stream. And we're gonna before. There we go. And we're gonna look at my other team. I got 2 teams running. 2 teams of champions. But in truth, I've got 3 teams of champions running right now. 2 D&D champions, and one of them is my chat. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the real heroes today. You might think, Xander, you're just pressing buttons, and while that may be true now, this game is about setting up formations. So my current, everyone's built in a way to support the damage of this one character so that you can do big hits on this dude. Oh, he's gone. Finished an area so that you can do the big hits on the bigger enemies. And you might say I'm pretty good at this game now. Because, why am I pretty good at this game? Because we're gonna get all the way. We've actually unlocked patrons now, which is pretty cool. You might call me a gamer. Why do I get Torm's favor for completing this mission? Yeah, no, what I'm really after is the 9,800 influence and the ruby coins. That's where it's at, because then with the influence, what I can do is I can then boost the damage of my champions even more, which is pretty funky. But I've got to do this pace, but I'm just avoiding it at this point. Okay, we're gonna do some research first on this. Art of fights. Art of riots. We want riots, not fights. Riots. Okay, the closest piece that I like so far. Like a new tab. Oh, not a new window. Oh, you prick. Okay, just get out of here. Oh, even better? I'll close it. I'll close it and reopen it. Open like a new tab, that's what we want. I like that image. I don't like that one. I like that image. That's probably my front runner right now. Please tell me there's a version of Monopoly where there's a riot. Like it's Monopoly Riot. That would be so funny. That would be so, like, a little ironic. I like that. That's literally the same image as what I had up from before. That's not super helpful. Hey-oh, there's my Marsha P. Johnson. I think that's her name. Okay, I don't know what that... I don't know if they're trying to display riots as positive or negative. These are like the... Oh, I reckon I know what this political piece is. It's about like the riot tax, as they call it, or welfare. Which isn't a very nice thing to call it. You know, I think I've decided. I think we're gonna use this piece just here to demonstrate a riot. But you've also sent me make, I don't know if you hear me, Spud. Make the, I'll send you a message. To foot. Even. I have failed you, oh great big. You have not at all. So yeah, what I was gonna say just there is I was gonna say you've got two options. One of them is decidedly easier than the other. One, you can make the foot smaller, and seeing as the sort of composition of your page, I would vaguely suggest doing that first. Or number two, you can make the thigh and the calf bigger. Let me copy image. Okay. I need a smaller brush, evidently. see how that thigh needs to be way bigger. Literally, what I want you to do is grab your hands in perspective, take your hands and, so there's a thing that my teachers used to do, where they would be like, you know, remember it, take a photo, and you would like hold your hands in front of your face, and sometimes filmographers do it, where they like do this with their hands, and they sort of have a look. What I want you to do is I want you to do this with your hands, and look at your leg, and try to accurately see how much of the frame your foot takes up, and how much of the frame your thigh takes up. Because you've got your canvas, and you sort of fit your fingers to the size of your canvas, and you're like, holy shit, the thigh takes up the whole of the bottom of my canvas, whereas the foot takes up like a third at the top. And so that might help you. Like, my perspective's not great on that one either. What I might do is I might help perspective a little bit and sort of chop that underneath. But my perspective, I will say, is a little better than yours. But yeah. But that's what I mean with lines of analysis. Like when I said before, you sort of want to draw out the whole calf, but you can't see the whole calf. You can see like that. Foreshortening is difficult, and I'm not doing it perfectly, but you want things. It's like with when you were drawing. Oh, let me see. You've actually done a drawing. Now this looks like an impressionist piece of artwork that I have actually seen. Now what I reckon you need to do, I reckon this is much better than the other one. Did that work? There we go. You've just messed up the foot on this one, I think. This could be improved by like... Oh, whoops. But yeah, this is what I was saying with how you want to draw out the whole leg here. You want to draw out the whole leg when you can't see the whole leg. So that's why lines of analysis comes in handy with drawing what's actually in front of you rather than the forms. You've got to look at the perspective you can see and think of it as a 2D image rather than a 3D. For this specific technique, that might help. So you've got to be able to consider it in both a 2D and a 3D perspective. Understand the forms, but understand what you're actually seeing versus what you're expecting to see. So yeah. You want to draw out all the leg there because that is the form of the leg. You expect to see a whole leg, but you want to work on... I feel like I've hamped on about it enough now, but that's what you want to improve on with foreshortening. And further than that, once you begin to understand foreshortening by itself, you will no longer need, you can sort of expect the form of foreshortening so that you don't need to do anything special. You just understand how shit works. I'm feeling very lazy right now. It's 4:30 already. It's a little later than I expected to be up. I'm not expected to be up, but like, it's a little later than I expected to be working this solidly. I don't know if we'll get to 2 pages tonight. I might have to bump the project. I might have to work on the project on my own a little bit outside of the stream, you know? because I've got a schedule to keep with it, sorry. Miss Bud, please. At no point did I say, please shut up, and at no point did I say that you were an issue. I enjoy our company, and if I had it any other way, I would let you know. Please and thank you. What is this? What is this plant folder? I don't know. I'm afraid of it being there, so I'm not going to do anything with it. Okay. But I think I will actually be finished for now. And I'll work on this in my spare time. We've done an hour and a half of working tonight. We did a good page 8, I think. And I mean, technically, if we want to get down to the nitty gritty, I did do 2 pages tonight. I finished both page 8 and page 9. Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that. So we'll do that. And then we'll do this stuff later. Hopefully tomorrow night I do page 10. Hopefully tomorrow evening, not tomorrow night, I do page 10. And then tomorrow night we'll be able to finish page 11 and 12. And then Bob's Your Uncle will be doing the proper inking, which will require me to have a little bit more focus, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But for now, I am done. I've spent my energy, and we did a little stream. Good night, Miss Bud. I'll see you later. I think Ben's already nipped off. But yeah, catch you on the flip. Good night. Good luck with the drawing. Good work on doing a foreshortening image. We'll do some more tomorrow night. Bye for now.